is Mio Kim, and I am an assistant professor at Dongmyung University. Despite being quarantined inside and outside of the country due to corona, we were fortunate to present the article in video. This topic is a study of gender equality awareness and childbirth will to college students. Let's take a look at the introduction. Gender equality laws do not have sexist awareness about the abilities, attributes, and roles of women and men, free from prejudice against a particular sex, and does not endorse or adopt discriminatory acts against women's rights and human rights. According to the World Economic Forum in 2011, Korea's gender equality index ranks 107th out of 135 countries in the world, and this low gender equality awareness appears to male and female college students. College students belong to the late stage of adolescence, and it is time to prepare for choosing a spouse, establishing a mature human relationship through intimacy and communication. It is necessary to respect gender as it is, and to have gender equality awareness that believes that both men and women have the same potential and should be treated equally. The cultivation of gender equality awareness is one of the important development tasks for the students, and it is most important to form the right values and attitudes toward gender equality, because a college student is a time to prepare for a role in the home and to advance into society. Korea has a total fertility rate of 1.2 and is the world's lowest level, which is a serious problem for our society. It is difficult to bring about the attitude and behavior change of the public agenda for childbirth through certain public relations or the development of existing policies to overcome the low birth rate phenomenon. It is necessary for women of childbearing age to understand the willingness to give birth in relation to low birth rate, and it is very important how the use of the future fertility group share social awareness. People with a high awareness of gender equality have a high self-concept and positive interpersonal relationships, so they tend to cope reasonably and flexibly in a problem situation. It is necessary to study related to affecting the will of childbirth, because if it is satisfied with marriage by achieving respect for human rights and mental stability among family members through marriage. Therefore, this study aims to provide base data for publicity and education on the transition to the perception of low birth rate by examining gender equality and willingness to give birth to college students, and examining factors affecting them. The specific purpose of this study is as follows. First, identify the general and childbirth-related characteristics of the subject. 2. Identify the degree of gender equality awareness and the childbirth will of the subject. Aside, identify the differences in gender equality awareness and the childbirth will according to the characteristics of the subject. First, identify the relationships between gender equality awareness and the childbirth will. The following is about subject and data collection. The subject of this study were male and female college students attending a university located in Busan, who wanted to participate voluntarily after explaining the purpose and method of the study. For data collection, the researcher explained the purpose and method of research in the lecture room, and after signing consent from the student who wished to participate, filled out a structured questionnaire and collected it on the spot. The data collection period was from March 29th to April the 5th, 2019, and a total of 100 cases were used for the final analysis. The following is about instrument of study. First, gender equality awareness. The tool of Zhang Yunhua, which was developed by revising and supplementing the Korean male gender equality test for news developed by the Korean Women's Development Institute, was used. The tool consists of 20 questions, 12 gender equality awareness at home, and 8 questions about gender equality awareness in society. For the measurement, the 5-point Likert scale was used, from 1 point on not at all to 5 point on always. In the study of Zhang Yunhua, Colombo alpha was 0.8044 for the patriarchal family view, 0.76A for the gender equality family view, 0.695 for the male-centered society view, and 0.813 for the gender equality view. And the Colombo alphas for the entire tool was 0.755. In this study, Colombo alpha was 0.878 for the patriarchal family view, 0.863 for the gender equality family view, 0.752 for the male-centered society view, and 0.813 for the gender equality view. Next, to measure the childbirth will, these young tools were used. This tool was produced with reference to the questionnaire that was used in several studies. National Institute of Health and Social Affairs, National Marriage and Childbirth Trend Survey, a study on the direction childbirth incentive policy, a study on the acceptance of childbirth incentive policy, a study on factors affecting childbirth will. The tool consists of 16 questions in the personal aspect, 3 questions in family aspect, 4 questions in economic aspect, and 3 questions policy aspect of these 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 items were reversed. The reliability of the tool was 0.801 for Colombo alpha in the study of Se-Young Lee and 0.719 for the Colombo alpha in this study. The following about the data analysis. The collected data were analyzed using SPSS window version 25.0 as follows. First, the general characteristics of the subjects and characteristics related to the childbirth rate were analyzed by descriptive statistics. The degree of gender equality awareness and childbirth rate were analyzed by means and standard deviation. Third, the difference in the gender equality awareness and childbirth rate according to the general and related childbirth characteristics of the subject were analyzed by independent t-test, one-way ANOVA, and post-test by Shepherd. The correlation between gender equality awareness and childbirth rate was analyzed by Pearson correlation. The study results. First, the general characteristics of the study subject are shown in Table 1. The age of the subject was 49% over 20 years old, 51% under 20 years old, and 50% male. Each had the same sex ratio. And first grade 39% were the most common, followed by second grade 26% and third grade 6%. Order of siblings, the second child was the most common at 44%, the first 33%, and the only child 13%. Parents' economic activities, dual income 67%, father 26%, mother 4%, and 3% of parents did not engage in economic activities. Religion 61% non-religious, Buddhist 16%, Catholic 12%, Christian 11%. Next. Table 2 shows mean of gender equality awareness and childbirth rate. The gender equality awareness of the subject averaged 2.71, and the sub-area showed patriarchal family view 3.83, gender equality family view 1.85, male-centered social view 3.90, and gender equality social view 1.59. The gender equality value score was relatively low compared to the average score of male-centered patriarchal male values. The average score of childbirth rate was 2.98, and the economic aspect was the highest at 3.49 in the sub-area, followed by 2.98 for personal aspect, 2.96 point for family aspect, and 2.33 for policy aspect. Looking at differences in gender equality awareness according to general characteristics, there was a statistically significance in the gender. Patriarchal family view, T was 4.839, p-value was below 0.001. Gender equality family view and male-centered social view and the gender equality social view, showing statistically significant difference in all sub-regions. In other words, female students had a higher average score than male students in patriarchal family view and male-centered social view, and lower score than males in gender equality family view and social view. In addition, the order of siblings showed a significant difference. In the area of gender equality social view, F was 2.684, p-value was 0.036, indicating that the score of gender equality society view in the fourth child group was higher in other group. Next. Table 4. Differences in the gender 이게 왜 이렇게 똑같지? Let me see. Table 4. The difference in the childbirth will according to the general and related childbirth characteristics. There was a statistically significant difference in the gender, indicating that the female student had a higher childbirth risk score than the male students. T was 2.478. P-value was 0.015. And there was a significant difference in the childbirth risk score in the policy aspect of sub-area. F was 2.762, p-value was 0.046. As a result of the first test, the third grade showed lower birth risk score than other grades. In addition, there was a significant difference of the total childbirth risk score in the economic activities of the parents. F was 2.718. P-value was 0.049. As a result of the post-test, the group without economic activity showed significantly lower score than other groups. Next. Table 5 shows the result of the correlation analysis between gender equality awareness and the child birth rate. It showed a statistically significant correlation with the patriarchal family view, male-centered social view, gender equality social view. The patriarchal family view and the male-centered social view showed a positive relation with the childbirth rate. That the higher the score of patriarchal family view and the male-centered social view, the stronger the childbirth rate. But the gender equality social view was negatively correlated with childbirth rate, so the higher the score, the weaker the rate of childbirth. In the sub-area of childbirth rate, the personal aspect has a positive correlation with the patriarchal home view. R was 0.382, p-value was 0.001, and the male-centered social view R was 0.354, p-value under 0.001, and has a negative correlation with the gender equality family view R minus 0.261, p-value was 0.009, and gender equality society view R was 0.238, p-value was 0.017. The economic aspect and equality social view showed negative relation. R was minus 0.280, p-value was 0.005. Policy aspect and gender equality awareness showed positive correlations. R was 0.228, p-value was 0.022. Finally, let me tell you the conclusion of this study. The purpose of this study was to identify the gender equality awareness and the childbirth rate and relationship between the two variables, and to identify factors affecting the gender equality awareness and the childbirth rate. The average score of the gender equality awareness of the subject was 3.83 points for patriarchal family view, 1.85 points for gender equality family view, 3.90 points for male-centered social view, and 1.59 points for gender equality social view. The patriarchal male-centered values showed that college students, the subject of this study, was stronger than high school students. And the difference in gender equality awareness according to general characteristics. Female students showed a higher patriarchal family view and male-centered social view than male students, and the perception of gender equality values was low. The degree of willingness to give birth was 2.98 points, and the highest score in the sub-area was 3.49 points in aspect of economics. The difference in childbirth rate according to general characteristics, it was a significant difference in gender, indicating that female students had a higher childbirth risk score than male students. In aspect of personality among the subdomains, female students were significantly higher than male students. This can be interpreted as a result of a change in perception according to the social trend in which women's role and attitudes toward household affairs are changing, and women's participation in economic activities and household chores are facilitated. In the grade level, there was a significant difference in the policy-making aspect of child birth weight score. Grade 3 showed a lower birth weight score than other grades, and the economic activity group showed a significantly lower child birth weight score than the other group. As a result of the correlation analysis between gender equality awareness and childbirth weight showed statistically significant correlation with the patriarchal family view, male-centered social view, gender equality view. This concludes the article presentation. Thank you for your attention.